Hey everyone, welcome to a new video. Today we're going to be talking about a particular picking pattern, and it'll really help improve your coordination between your left and right hand. We're playing it all on one string. There are other similar patterns to this and simpler versions. It'll make those feel easier once you learn this. It's a little bit of a tongue twister for the fingers at the start, which is kind of good because that's where we want our brain to be able to cope with things like this. Then the other things will be easier. So we've all heard of this pattern, right? It's made famous by Yngwie Malmsteen. You'll have heard it before, probably. You know, the old top, bottom, middle, top, middle, bottom sort of pattern. Okay, now what we're going to do is take that and basically turn it on its head. So we'll instead of starting from the top note, we'll now start from the bottom note and then go to the top and then go down and up. Okay? So basically, the upside down version of this pattern would be instead of. Okay. Now, it'll be good to just practice moving that. Maybe if we're in like A minor, you can move that up and down. So you can start with the normal pattern, the first one, then move down here. Okay. Just practice moving in between. That sort of thing. Practicing that over and over again. Just try to get used to it. It's a good little area to practice it there. You can take any position, of course, and move between the two. But what we're going to be doing for this pattern is moving it up in a kind of natural minor. So we'll start off here. And we'll move up 2 frets because now we'll be using these 3 frets. Okay. We're starting with the lowest note, then top, then down, and then back up. Okay. So far we have. And we'll continue that, so now we'll move up again, then we'll be going. Okay, then. Okay, then we have. Now here I kind of move down and use my third finger and kind of stretch the first 3. You'll have to find ways of using the right fingers, okay? So, like I would often, if I was using a stretch that had 1 fret in between each finger, like this one, I would normally use bottom, middle, and third finger. But because we finish here with this, now we're trying to get this this little finger to go here, really quickly doesn't quite work out. So I end up just compromising. Well, no, there is no compromise. It's just I use my third finger and stretch it out a little bit. So we go. Okay. So you'll have to find things like that. So, on this last pattern here, again, you can move down, use a little finger. I think I do this. And then I go back to these 3, okay? So I start with my little finger, but then I go back to my first, second, and third. So it'll be like that. So it'll end up, the last 2 being this way. Okay? So hopefully that helps you sort out some of the fingering issue that you might have when doing this. Especially going down. So let's try it slowly. Now after that, in the actual intro here, I ended up doing this twice. And then I went into the old. Okay, which is the old ascending 4s that Yngwie made famous. Things like that actually start to feel really easy once you get this main pattern down that we're talking today. So I kind of climbed up there, kind of did a bit of a whatever it was, just to kind of match the chords that we were under, or that are under our lead playing. Kind of ended like that. But we're not really going to talk about that. We're talking about the main pattern. So yeah, as I said, practice moving this pattern. Just practicing that sort of thing, and practice it in different areas, you know, within different fret stretches, and see how it goes, and see if it makes you really improve your coordination, so that like those ascending 4s that we talk about, and that we ended up doing at the end of the intro. That'll feel easier. Also, we got the as descending fours. That sort of thing will feel a lot easier as well. So yeah, give it a shot and see what you think.